I love Clarissa Shields, and I don't care what nobody has to say about it. A woman like her has always been celebrated, but she's also a target. You have to consider that she is young, she's successful, but considering her age, she still may be a little naive in some areas. And I think this is where the internet is really loud and wrong. Because you celebrate that she's young and rich, but at the same time, you want to say she's young and dumb for being with a married man. And so here's a sweet reminder that success in one area doesn't automatically equal wisdom everywhere else, because it's not when she becomes successful, she is successful. And you can have a multi-million-dollar income but still be learning about relationships, emotional intelligence, who to trust, and how to move publicly. And honey, that's not young and dumb. That's not stupidity. That's just simply being young in the era of public opinion. Now let's
Come on. Under Armour endorsement. Like, when I hear people talk like this, I'd be like, yo, that is crazy that people really come at me when it was like at the age of 17, I was doing better than 98% of people in the world. At 17. At 17 years old, I was doing better than 98% of people in the world. That's the part. And then when I turned 21 to win another Olympic gold medal and to be where I'm from, and I've never been to jail, never been incarcerated, I don't have a mug shot, there's nothing bad about me in the media, continue to just flourish and win, then become undisputed and do my thing. Come on now. Like, it's just like selling out arenas, being from Flint, Michigan.
back up a little bit, because she did make a post on Facebook and said that she felt unsupported, not by everybody, but by this particular generation of men. In this post on Facebook, she says, "Men have been weird to me for a long time. A bunch of men hating a hardworking, successful woman, gossiping, lying, and blackballing." She continues to say, "I got the millions now, but a lot of men in power tried to block me. The hate been real. This is not new to me." And so before I continue on, when she talk about this generation of men, is it really that serious? Maybe sis is just over exaggerating a little bit, but y'all let me know in the comments. Now, in particularly, I think Clarissa Shields, she came to this conclusion because it seemed like 50 Cent was kind of trolling her on social media. Since then, she's come to the conclusion, specifically, she says this generation of men, that y'all are weird. So by making that comment, this did spark some debate, and honey, the men are fighting back. So honey, let's jump into this comment section. Somebody said, and these comments again are coming from men that were under that post that she made. They were in the comments, so these are comments from the men. One comment says, "Most of us men love you, Clarissa. I have even met you personally in Louisville, Kentucky, and we had a great conversation about your success. We know how hard it was for you and recognize your skill and beauty. Please don't put us all in that category. Some people hate you because you are that beast and can't understand how you dominate every female you fight. It's magical. Keep up the good work." Now, this comment is coming from a woman. She says, "All you got to do is chill, sugar. Everything isn't your fight. If the man wants you, we'll know by his actions and not yours. If you're the best, then lay back and be the best. Focus on the bag and life you want." And I know it's hard to say, but we as women have to learn this in our tax brackets. Come on, honey, clock that. Centering these, you know what, has always been our downfall and biggest embarrassment. She learning though. Someone else said, again, this is coming from a male commenter, "I don't think it's all of us. Bro, it's a select few that really don't like her. And almost certain men in power have tried to stop her shine. Us men do love her more than most women, though, I will say that." And another comment from a woman says, "From what I've been seeing, men have been bigger supporters than the women. I think this young lady is all over the place and just needs to take a deep breath and pave her own way. She needs to focus on herself and her boxing and be the professional and champion that she was born, and she has to work hard to be that." So clock it. Before I wrap up, I really like Clarissa Shields, honey. She is young and brilliant in her craft. And the thing about being young in this industry is that you don't have that time and opportunity to grow up and then come back and be in the industry. You kind of grow up in everybody's eyes, which means that every mistake or everything that you're doing right is scrutinized by every and anybody who can have an opinion. When it comes to her career, she is more successful than any of us will ever be, especially at her age. But on the other hand, y'all, you gotta have some grace because success does not automatically equal wisdom. You can have book sense, championship sense, and still be growing in common sense. Not trying to be funny, but that's the truth. So when Clarissa posted that this generation of men is weird, they gossiping, hating on hardworking women, blocking opportunities. That can be true to a selection of men, but you definitely shouldn't group all men in the same category. And sometimes I don't like to read between the lines of give people the benefit of the doubt because a lot of the times you be so wrong. You get what I'm saying? Like people speak back up and they be like, well, no, I meant what I said. So I'm not going to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm just going to say she meant what she said. But I'm also going to say this, that you can't categorize every man in this generation in the same category and say that they're hating and they're gossiping about you, because I just don't believe that that's true. But what is true is the industry can be like that. This entertainment industry can be like that. But when she painted her whole support system of men and with one brushstroke, honey, all those same men were under that post in the comments and was like, dang, so none of us count. You don't see my support. But again, you have to learn how to discern the situation because clearly you can tell some of that of what she said. She was saying it because she was hurt. Hurt people say hurtful things. But at the end of the day, she is young. She's younger than a lot of us. And we have to give her grace because she's still learning. Still learning how to speak from experience without burning bridges. And if you're honest with yourself, you know that you had to learn that too. The difference between most of us and her is that she's learning this about herself in front of millions of people. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Leave yours in the comment section of this video. As always, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.